Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to this week's analysis. So let's quickly go over last week's analysis. So last week we said we're looking for a sell on GU. I don't know if you're able to catch it, guys. I told you that so let me go to the 1 hour. So I told you guys this was where we were last week. I told you I was looking for a break and I was going to join in here. If I see a break of my trend line and retest, I'm going to get in, which I did. I got in right here. My stop loss was at the high here. It was almost at my stop loss, but it didn't, but then came back in profit and I was out. Now, EU as well. Let me just go over last week's trade. I told you a break. We got in at the retest, almost hitting the retest of the trend line as well, and down to TP1. So if you're able to catch it, I display some of the trades on my Instagram. If you're there, you would have seen me taking these trades. Same thing for AU and same thing for gold. So I caught these sales and I was out. One thing I want to tell you about trades is don't look too deep. Ultimately, we were looking for the trades to come to this gap here. But once you have a break of structure and the market has given you a TP1 and TP2, the most you can do is try to aim for TP2. Don't go beyond that. Because anytime the market can choose to reverse, you can see that AU, EU, and GU decided to go to TP1 and reverse. They didn't go to TP2. So you can take a trade on TP1, then another on TP2. And once your TP1 is hit, you can put the second trade at break even or something, or try to lock some profits. So that's how to go about it. You have to be careful. Forex is not as easy as it is proclaimed. So many Forex traders out there showing you money they're making from teaching rather than what they themselves are making from the market. But we have good Forex traders out there too. Don't get me wrong, but I just need you guys to be careful. So I think that's it. Let's go for what I have for you. Then I think I talked about NAS too. If you're able to catch a lot of trades last week, congratulations. So we have the trend line, a break and a retest. If you got in right here, it went in a drawdown for a while, but then it came to TP. We have another block down here. I did this analysis. Go and check my previous videos. And if you caught this down move, good. Then if you caught the buy as well, the buy went to TP1 of this break of structure here. My student knows what I'm talking about. I teach them about the break of structure, getting in at the other block, sticking to your plan, and do not take a trade until you have your confirmation. So this buy move was what I got. I got most of it in NAS last week, and the sell was the upper week. So what I'm looking for on NAS, since it has hit my TP1, this thing went down to 78%. So I'm not sure. I think it might still want to go to TP2, but let's see. We have a retest of the trend line here. So what will make me decide if I'm going to get in on this trade is if it breaks this sell right here, guys. If I see a break of this zone, then I might be looking for a sell at least up to this other block down here. But if not, if you break this trend line up and retest, I'm going to look for a buy. But I'm not really bothered about NAS this week. So let's go. So overall trend for our GU, guys, if you check our point A to point B from here to here, GU is almost at TP2. And what happens at TP2? You are looking for a reversal. I have a weekly trend line there as well. So that is the overall thing, making me to look for more sales on GU this week. So I'll be looking to sell GU, guys, but like we always say, we don't just sell until our confirmation. So I have this strong trend line I will be looking forward to. I will be looking for a break of this trend line and a retest. Then I have a zone right here as well. Right, guys, I have a zone right here. So at the break of that trend line and a retest might correspond with the zone as well. I will be looking to sell this. So where will I get out? Like I said, once you have a break of structure, wherever the market goes, you have your point A to point B. We decide where you are looking for to get out. Always target -27 or -61.8. Don't go beyond that. Do not go beyond that. You don't really need much move to make money. A small move that you're sure of, you can put an accurate lot size and make good money. So let's go to Euro USD. Euro USD, same thing. We have our point A to point B, right? It is already at negative 61.8 of the overall trend. If you check it, it is already hitting it. So just the same thing, guys. Just the same thing. We have this trend line broken and it is already retesting in its own case. So since we already took this trade, let me just remove this. Let me remove this so it won't confuse us. So we have our negative 61.8 here. Let me remove this as well. So we have our negative 61.8 here. It has touched it twice. That's double top for those that looks out for that. We have divergence all over. So I'm looking to sell again. We have our big trend line broken as already and is retesting. So what I will be looking for here as well is I can just have a little trend line here, guys. Right? I can have that trend line. Then I have a little zone as well. Right? So I have a little zone. So what I'll be looking for to join the sell, I'm looking for Euro USD as well. I'm looking for a sell, guys. I'm looking for a sell. I don't know if other traders you watch are looking for buys, but as for me, I have a sell setup in my front because I am at the TP2 of the major structure. So I'm looking for this to break, retest, then wherever the break happens, wherever the break of structure happens, so will give me where I will get out. You need a strategy to know how to get into the market and how to get out. Like I tell you, my 0 is my TP1, my negative 27 is my TP2. My negative 61.8 is always for my reversal. I use it for reversal. So that's what I have on EU as well. So AU, I think they all move the same way. I'm looking to sell it as well, but until this big trend line is broken and retested as well, I'm not going to get in. So that's what I have. Then gold. I'm looking to sell as well. You can see that big trend line there if it breaks and retests, but I'm not really sure on those. The main thing I want to show you this week is GU and EU. You don't need to trade all of them and sell them so that even when it goes against you, right, you don't lose a lot. You have to calculate how much you'll be risking on a trade before you go in. So make sure it's your 1 to 3% of your account. Do not go beyond that. Then even if I have set up for all 4, I will only trade any of them until they give me my confirmation. If GU breaks and retests, I'm going. If EU doesn't, I won't trade it. I wait for each and every one of them to give me my confirmation. I won't say because they are all USD pairs, then I sell all of them at once. No, don't do that. I will be looking to sell GU, EU, AU, and gold this week, guys. But until they give me my confirmations, always look for your confirmation. Disclaimer, guys, whatever I post here or advise you or show you as my analysis, I'm not telling you to put your other money on without doing your analysis. Always try to do your own analysis. Make sure you are okay with the setup before you take it with your money. So GBPCAD. Okay, so GBPCAD, I've been looking to sell it for quite some time now. It has not given me confirmation. You can see it keeps bouncing up on my trend lines, guys. If you watched last week, I told you I would love this thing to sell because I have another block here, a very big gap here that is meant to fill. But we keep having divergence, which is okay, right? So now, if we check the map, guys, if we check the trade from point A to point B, this thing is targeting negative 61.8, which is a good point to get in. So what you can do is you can still have your trend line and at least watch it to this level, guys. That is what we're targeting. Watch it to that level. Let's try and see what it's trying to do in that box. So I'm not just going to take the trade because I have a level here. Say, okay, I will just take a sell position here, put the stop loss here, and that's almost 131 pips. No, that would be a very big drawdown. I can't be waiting all those. So what I would do is if it gets in here and I see a break of structure and a retest, I get in and try to ride it at least to this level first. We have a gap here. So this will be my first target, the negative 27. it will be where I will be looking to get out first. Then if I see a further break and retest, then I will try and see if it's trying to, come to this other blocks here. But this thing is way overdue for a sell. I will be waiting in this box at the negative side, the 6.4, 640 area to see what's going to happen. If it's going to, give me my confirmations together. So I'm still looking for a sell overall for GBPCAD, but I'm waiting for it up here, guys. And if peradventure it didn't get here and give me a break and retest, I will take it anyway. So if it comes there, is a good thing. It's giving me more chance for me to get more trades, guys. So the first target would be if it breaks and retest, I'm sure by the time it gets here, it will be hitting this trend line. So if it hits this trend line and break and retest again, I'll be joining for a sell to carry it all the way to this other block down here, right? If that one breaks and retest as well, then I'll be targeting this other block down here. So, but it's step by step. I won't just get into any trade without any confirmation. So that's what I have for you. I have this USD pairs and GCAD. On NAS, I'm not sure what I'm looking for. I already got enough trades on NAS, so I will be waiting for NAS. Since it has hit my TP1 and is reversing, I think it might be ready to sell. But because it went to the 88%, I don't know, it might want to come here before selling again. So, but either ways, I will be waiting. So what I'm going to do on NAS is this. I will have this trend line here. So that will be my guide. If it comes here and bounce to here, then fine. But until this trend line is broken, I will be watching. But I think NAS still has a lot of things to do up here. But like I said, confirmations first. I'm not just going to jump into any trade without my confirmations. So I'm looking for a sell on GU after the break and retest of my trend line. I'm looking for a sell on EU, looking for a sell on all AU, gold, and I'm looking for a sell on GBPCAD here as well at this point. I hope you guys are learning. I hope you're making money. If you need anything, if you ask any question, please reach out to me and ask me. I always respond. Those who have asked me in the past knows that I respond to their messages. Thanks for the trust. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the comments. I appreciate you all. And I will see you guys next week. I will be posting some of the binary videos this week as well. Please, let's try and watch these videos. The main purpose of posting those videos is not to show you that, oh, I'm good at binary or I'm good at Forex. No. And the only reason I'm posting them is because I want you guys to see what I'm seeing before I'm getting into a trade so that you can learn. It's not a must for you to pay me before you can learn from me. A lot of people have gained so much knowledge from me and they didn't pay a dime, which is okay. But for you to get my extra time, maybe for my attention and for me to sit one-on-one with you, give you my private videos, for you to, give you my course videos, for you to learn, and I go with you step, you have to pay for the time. So that's it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.